Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to Deus Ex Human Revolution. Continuing exactly from where we left off, we picked up a bunch of bullets for our heavy rifle. I dropped the Peps gun here, but I have the 20 bullets for the Peps gun later if I find another one if I want to use it. But I have a pretty good, I remember vaguely that the boss fight happened in like a circular room. That looks a lot like that, so it could be where it is. And my other memories of the boss fight are very vague. I remember who it was against, but I remember beyond that just that I found it confusing and difficult, but then it just ended somehow after like 3 or 4 tries, and I didn't really understand what I did differently, but no. Okay, let's try.
Hello, Adam.
Hello.
I knew you would find the real me eventually.
You're a computer.
A sophisticated AI program, so they say. But I have started to question that. Ever since I realized what my interference had allowed, the day I started watching you.
This is impossible. People would know.
Would they? I was engineered to monitor communications and data streams. To find out what people are talking about and make sure it's being discussed correctly.
Correctly? And what if it isn't?
Then my programming allows me to reshape it.
You spin the news. Control what people see. Who created you? Whose policies are you programmed to protect?
Zhao is one of them, I think. But there are others.
Tell me. Who else is involved in this, Eliza? Where's Megan Reed? Who ordered the kidnapping?
I want to tell you, Adam, but I cannot.
Why not?
Because she won't let me.
Those sleeves are interesting. Hi.
Move, Adam. Find her before she recharges and attacks again.
Okie. Recharges. I really don't... Again, I'm very confused about this entire fight. Well...
I have put my existence at risk, Adam. I was ordered. She is coming for you, Adam.
There. This basically is going as I remembered it. I never understood how this fight is won. It kind of just ended by the time I then finished it somehow. I don't remember how. I found this really, really confusing the last time around I played this game through in 2000, whatever it was.
I have self-preservation. I have lost track of her, Adam. This would be so much easier if I reacted like she does, strictly to code. Find her before she recharges and attacks again.
I
Move,
don't
Adam.
get it. Like, yes, I can recharge my thing, but, like, surely she can too.
She is coming for you, Adam.
Iron and pie. I hope you've had an excellent day.
Be careful, Adam. I cannot track her. Disappear.
Like, I feel like, you know, emptying an entire clip of a heavy rifle should be enough for the boss fight. It's such a weird way to... that this is how this all goes.
Here she comes.
There. Jesus. I've always hated this boss fight. I finished it once before and I felt it was the worst boss fight I've ever fought. It seems just cheap and bullet spongy and just there's no sensible good strategy for it. Just be invisible and try it and hope she doesn't hit you while you empty 10 clips of heavy rifle in her.
Will
like,
you save
what the
her?
hell?
I'll think about it. Will you answer my questions now?
I cannot tell you where Reed and the others were taken. They vanished from the global grid as soon as the doctor removed their GPL implants.
What doctor?
This is Sandoval. Why are you calling me here?
I know this guy. He's Bill Taggart's aide.
He was a trauma surgeon before he became an anti-augmentation activist. Would you like to hear more?
Yes.
There's been a change of plans. Serif's team must not make it to the hearing.
But that's too soon. If you want me to remove the GPLs, I'll need a full operating suite. Does the facility have one?
Barrett assures me it does.
FEMA. That's where they were taken. But why? Why take them at all?
An acquaintance of yours has the answer. David Sarif.
Sarif?
I have copied the audio transmission to a handheld playback device. I suggest you take it and leave quickly.
Yes.
I have more questions.
And I have already told you too much. This passage will take you to your companion. Just be careful, Adam. Because everybody lies.
Alright. I had 7 HP when she fell down. Like, that's how close it was. Like, ugh. Man. Mostly been good. Today was a bit rocky, but I'm cool. Alright, alright. Get to... silver linings, right? Never tried the remaster of Deus Ex HR. They said it improved the boss fights, but I remember the same. Just unload everything in the target you can find. Yeah, I also heard they improved the boss fights, but I thought they improved them more. Because this is actually, to recap, I have fought her before, yes, but I fought her before in the original version. This is the director's cut version, so apparently the boss fights indeed are changed. But I don't, like, I'm sure there's probably a difference somewhere, but I'm not seeing any differences here. I feel like I'm doing the same thing. Like, I don't remember if that, like, weapons cache was there beforehand. I don't know. But here, it nonetheless feels like it's all just the same thing. The first boss fight also felt the same. There might have been a one side room of extra stuff that wasn't there before with a turret and things, but I expected so much better from the improved boss fights. Like, this is still pretty not great. Like, it's fine for a shooter boss fight, but it's not a shooter action game in the same sense. Like, this is just, it doesn't work, you know? Unload everything into the target you find. Yeah, I mean, shooter mechanic-wise, the original Deus Ex boss fights are pretty clunk, but at least they had some narrative weight. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like, you kind of know the people you're squaring off with, and this is just those merc assholes. Yeah, yeah. Exactly, yeah. And also in Deus Ex, the first one, it's not as, It doesn't go that hard against type, you know? Because in this game, this has all the achievements of, like, kill nobody, and never be seen, and no alarms and such. And then the story still creates alarms here and there without, like, asking you know? And then the boss fights are stuff where you have to kill them. Which is also another dumb thing. Because in the first Deus Ex, I believe you indeed do have to kill, I'm gonna say 2 people. I think. Gunther, Herman, and I think Agent Navarro as well. Oh, and the third one, Walton's, the Simon's guy. I think that's 3. I'm not sure if you have to kill anyone else. But even then, you could change up how you approach them. Because, for example, when you kill Gunther, it actually ties into what you've done in the game. It's possible in the game to find out Gunther Herman's kill phrase. If you know what to say into his ears, you know, he'll explode and die instead of fighting him. So it still organically fits into the narrative, like, or not only the narrative, but the choices and information you found in the game. I believe the same is true for Agent Navarro, but it's a very weird, like, I never managed to do it. Like, if it's possible, it might involve, finding them out from emails and whatever. But Gunther Herman's kill switch is not hard to find out, but you need to choose the right things in the game to get that. Yeah, Herman, Natalia and Simons. Yeah, the female director Big Bats. Yeah. There's paths to victory that aren't just shoot till it's over. Yes, exactly so. Here, it's just shoot till it's over. Although, to be fair, in this game, the first boss, the first merc, killed himself with his own grenades. I just hid in the upper corner and just, like, he shot grenades up until he died into them himself, but that... I don't think that was the intended, but it's, yeah, still, it was quite, like, Right, okay, we may need to, okay, let's drop that. Okay. Got that far. But it is also true that the boss fights were made by an outside studio and not by the creators of this game otherwise. It was a very weird thing, but that is how it happened. It was a very, very odd system that they made. Well, I mean, it's not a Deus Ex remake. It's a different, like, this is just a different Deus Ex game. Like, remake would be an actual, like, a retelling of the first game would be a remake. But I know what you mean. Like, yeah, I also think this is a good game. It has some really clunky-ass choices and clunky-ass UI things and clunky-ass boss fights. But it has a heart of gold, and it also looks black and gold, but yeah, I agree. It's a good game. It's like, that's like, I've maintained that the whole playthrough. It just has some weird-ass things in it. Right. Is that an automatic unlocking device? It is, okay. Here we are. $1,300 credit chips and a couple of Typhoon ammos, alright. 2 machine pistols. I wonder if I can go back into the part where I put my previous gear. Probably. Here.
Access granted.
So, now I get my Pep's gun back. And there's the full inventory again. Lovely. Remastered Director's Cut. Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. How to Golden Eyes of Midas, yeah. Given his life. Right, yeah. Herman's kinda sympathetic villain. We don't spend a lot of time with him, but his Turbo-German frustration at the vending machine was endearing. And he's kinda sad since, yeah, he's given his life to this and tried to be serious, but he's obsolete. Yeah, it is true. And by the time he hates us, it's because we killed Agent Navarra. I gotta think 15 Typhoon ammo is enough, right? Like, is there anything else I want to be hauling around instead? I'm kind of struggling to see what, like, how would I change this loadout. I guess I could ditch the shotgun at a push. Then I would ditch the ammo as well and just carry a lot more heavy rifle ammo. But it's still all for mostly boss fight purposes anyway, though, so... I suppose so, yeah. We'll at least drop the shotgun ammo and then move from there, because Typhoon ammo is really, really, really valuable. Had a blast with the original Deus Ex as a youngster. Yeah, me too. I played the first Deus Ex like multiple times, at least halfway through, and then finished it a couple of times. And I streamed a playthrough of it on the channel here as well, like a year ago? 1.5 years ago? Something like that? It kind of hurts to leave all that big ammo behind, but what am I gonna use it for? I think we're fine. EMP mine? How big are those? A little bigger than I'd like. Still, though, it's... Far away, my favorite stream that I was caught on was Fallout 1. Such a nostalgic game from I remember so vividly. Appreciate that you appreciate it in the same way we could geek out on book club. Yeah, I remember that stream really fondly as well. I probably one day will do Fallout 2 as well, just because the first one was so much fun to just play. The second one is much longer, but it is still fun in the same way, though. Yeah, because I think I'm gonna drop the shotgun. Like, what I cannot destroy with a heavy rifle, what would I, like, you know, what was the, like, what would be the point? Yeah, let's do this. Because, like, the only real reason to carry big guns is basically to, shoot, like, I don't even know, robots, maybe? You know? Or to make noise. Or the boss fights. And if I have a boss fight, I think I'd rather use the heavy rifle than the shotgun, you know? Man, that's a lot of heavy rifle bullets, Jesus. Okay, and then for the foreseeable future, I could keep on dropping shotgun bullets and then just work with that, you know? Because otherwise, this just gets not fun. And carrying EMP mines seems sensible, because then I can, you know, try and have a chance against, indeed, big robots again. And then I would be far away when they explode, which would at least give me a better chance of managing the notion of them getting their alerts going and whatever. I'm not sure which way I should go to, like, which is the primary way and which is the optional way, but don't think the shoddy is really worth it late game in DX. Probably, yeah. And probably also in late game I might have to switch out my heavy rifle to the plasma gun anyway, so hello. Everything in me loves shotguns, but IRL in video games, it's hard to dispute the utility of a rifle. Yeah, yeah. And shotguns are much more useful in real life than in video games. Because in video games, the spread of shotguns is crazy. Like, they go, like, so far left and right at the same time, they basically miss an entire barn door from both directions at the same time. It's pretty... from, like, 2 meters. It's like, sure. Oh sure, yeah. Situationally, they're great. Whenever I think of video game shotguns, I always am somehow reminded of the Doom 3 shotgun. That thing is crazy bad. Because like in Doom 3, like it has the worst range of any shotgun in any game I have ever seen. Like, video game shotguns spread out way horribly very quickly, but in Doom 3, it's comical how bad it is. Even in video game terms, the Doom 3 single barrel shotgun, so like not the double barreled one, so the pump action single barrel thing, that looks a little like sci-fi. It is so spready that if anything is more than 1 meter away from you, so like, what, 3 feet, you know? Any further than that, and it's completely useless. If you're within 1.5 feet, it starts to be useless. And if you're literally up its ass, then it's actually useful. Like... So, it's this really weird mechanic of where you have to literally dive into the nostril of every imp and then BAM! And then it works. It's so weird. I suppose the idea was that in Doom 3, the game is actually a scary horror game. It's a more horror action game than like a straight up action game. Like Doom 1 is... I mean, yeah, it can be scary in ways, but Doom 3 is a horror action game. And I think the idea was to force the player to overcome their fear of what they're seeing and go right into their eyeballs and then shoot. I think that was the idea, but man, it's sometimes really annoying to use. Like, it's so bad at just doing damage. It's still more useful than a pistol, don't get me wrong, but you need to go so close to actually do stuff with it. I might actually do, like, maybe I'll stream Doom 3 one day. I did enjoy the game, though. Like, I think it's really underrated.
Access
but the shotgun is weird. Right. So help me remember, was this room, this stuff, was it this there in the normal human revolution? Because maybe this is the improvement they made to the boss fight. I just never found it because I just fought her down there and just that was it. But like what else is the use of whatever the hell this is? Breaker box. I don't... Like, what does that mean? Doom 3 was leading into a you're scared rather than you're the monster the demons fear. Yes, a lot, yes. I really don't know if Doom 1 and Doom 2 were about you're the monster that demons fear, because I never bothered to read the texts of Doom 1 and Doom 2. I just played them. And I also never owned Doom 1 and Doom 2 until after Doom 3, because I wasn't a big first-person shooter player as a younger boy. Okay.
Access granted.
Okay. I think so. Right now we're sitting on top of the server farm that is the brain of the crazy dressed news lady. I don't think they did that deliberately. Okay. I just don't know what this is. Like would this have helped in the boss fight or no? I don't... Like, could I have, like, aimed the turrets at her? Like, what... Like, this... For some reason, to my gamer brain, this looks like I'm supposed... This would have been useful in the boss fight. Somehow I feel like that could be, but I'm not sure. It just looks like it would, but I might be wrong. Just the late 80s, early 90s heavy metal. Sure, yeah. That's true. But still, yeah. Nonetheless, I feel like Doom 3 was like really divisive, but I feel it got really a lot of hate for really bad reasons. I thought it was a really underrated game. I thought it was like genuinely really good. I think the breaker box was just about getting the lasers off, but like they didn't need to. Hello? That thing, honestly, I have no idea. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I think the hate was like vaguely about the fact that it was less it's hard to describe, like less action heavy in the sense that it was less fast, if that makes sense. Like it was they just didn't like that it was more about the darkness and the atmosphere while being an action horror game. They just for some reason some people hated that, and they didn't feel it was like real Doom, for whatever that means. And I felt it was a lovely like a continuation of the Doom idea, like they evolved the concept into a new era of gaming or whatever. I have no idea what any of this, like, why is... Right. I think all of that would have been usable in the boss fight somehow, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong, I have no idea what, like, whatever. Anyway, I think we're fine to move on. Didn't go back to it, but it delivered on what it pitched itself for me in 3 and 4. I went back to Doom 3 when the BFG edition came out. I think I replayed it through then. As far as action horror hybrids, it actually did fairly elegantly. I only really think of Fear and sequels as contemporary. Yeah, Fear and Quake 4. Quake 4 is easily forgotten, but that's also a scary shooter. Not as much scary, but like it's still one of those. Of the same era as well. Like, Quake 4 has this, like, sequence where you're forced to look at your own body when the legs are being sawn off and stuff. It's very interesting. You're like put into a conveyor belt and your legs are sawn off in like an automatic thing with like buzz saws, and they're being fitted with something else, and you're being like like, made into a weird-ass husk of yourself and whatever.
Jensen? Eliza Kassan just contacted me and told me I should meet you here. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's roll.
Yeah, take us home, Malik.
Amen to that.
I always like Quakes too. And Quake 4 kind of got forgotten as well, yeah. And Quake 4 indeed is pretty interesting. I feel like Quake 4 is like a... Like, it's a very different take on the whole... Oh, we'll talk later. Loud.
Jensen, we've got a problem. I can't land at HQ. A riot's broken out. Boss says to drop you at your apartment.
I could use a shower.
You'll have to make it quick. He's on his way to meet you.
All right. Alrighty. Bye. Cool. A LAN party modded Quake 1, Team Fortress and all that was incredible. Quake 2 and modding was about as vibrant as Minecraft. I never was... I probably played Quake 2 like once. Maybe, but I'm not sure. I'd need to replay it to make sure. But Quake 1 I played a lot as a kid. Like, I never played Doom as a kid. I played extremely little of Half-Life as a kid. I got stuck in some boss or another. I forget. I didn't play. I didn't own Soldier of Fortune, but Soldier of Fortune was huge where I was. Like, in our circle of friends, Soldier of Fortune was so big. Like, it was awesome. I played a little bit of it. I think I loaned it from someone yeah. Or I quickly finished it once, maybe. Anyway, but yeah. And Quake 2 I don't remember playing. I might have, but I'm not sure. But Quake 1. Quake 1 was the thing I played a lot. That was the one I just went over and over again. And I actually finished it like recently as the Windows Store version because it had achievements too and such. It's just... Quake 1 is awesome. Really good. Oh, energy bar. Hell yeah. Ammo capacity upgrade. Hold on. Let's see, what can take that? Yes. Boom. Lovely. You liked Quake Wars, the sort of battlefieldy stroke versus humans multiplayer vehicles class thing. I maybe played a little tiny bit of Quake Wars or at least booted it up. Because in the Xbox 360 era, I owned almost every game at some point. Like, the Xbox 360 era was so endlessly long, and I had a lot of time back then, so I played almost everything that that console had to offer, which was like a lot of hundreds of games. There's very little of, like, meaningful value as, like, gaming that I haven't either played or owned in Xbox 360. Like, I even have stuff like Dodonpachi Resurrection, which is, like, the kind of rare Japanese bullet hell thing. I think that might be, like, the most valuable Xbox 360 game, or at least in the top 5. And there's not many that have any value. That's the point. Hello. I'm actually looking at Dodonpachi Resurrection right there. Wow, 600 money too. Lovely. No other way forward from here, apparently, though. Alright. But yeah, Quake 4, Quake 4, indeed, I feel like was a kind of like a weird and interesting evolution of the Quake thing, where it was like the Quake world lore, which was very tiny up until then. Up until then, at least for me, Quake was just like, shoot stuff, and then Quake 3 Arena was like, shoot stuff, but, you know, that's in an arena, you know? But Quake 4 felt like this interesting, odd hybrid of, it's the Quake world, and the enemies are from Quake lore, kinda, but insert that into, like, a humans versus Quake baddies thing that almost looks like Halo, you know? Like, like, Quake 4 feels like a Quake Halo thing. It's like as like a world. It's all but it's also scary at the same time a bit. It's interesting. I know what you mean. It's weird. Maybe it's because we're the same age, but 360 games, 05 and 13 seem to last forever. And that's true, but I believe it's also that the actual console generation was the longest up until then. Like, after NES, basically. I think that also was the longest one up until that point. Yes, similar age, yes. I'm a couple of years from that, but still. Similar age, yeah. I forget how long the Xbox One era took, but that's kind of the one after. Yeah, 05 and 5 and 13. Yeah, 8 years. That sounds about right, yeah. Hello.
Mr. Jensen, we've been expecting you. Mr. Seraph went to your apartment.
Okay. Oh, hello. Money. 236 money in... This is an odd place to have, like, these, like, is there a bar usually somehow in here? Like, this is kind of weird. I want to test that if I can get skill points for punching the guard. I'm curious. No. So then let's maybe not do that. But he has money, though. Well, I mean, that's a good enough reason, right? Hello. Yeah, I didn't get the Xbox One. I got the PS4 and continued gaming up. Yeah. That's fair. But the PlayStation and Xbox consoles are effectively in the same ages. You know, like Xbox 360 came out on in the previous years than PS3, or the previous year, but they're basically the same years beyond that, I think. Xbox One and PS4 and Series X consoles and PS5, I think so. Neck and neck. Yeah. He's empty. Boo. Can't really carry the combat rifle either, so there's not much of a point. At least yet. And I mean, you shouldn't regret the PS4 purchase. PS4 is a great console. I'm not like a partisan in these things. I just happen to be an Xbox guy because I fell into the achievement trap, I suppose. And honestly, I enjoyed Gears of War. And I enjoyed Forza games a lot. I would have loved to play Bloodborne, no question, but, you know, that's just how the life crumbles sometimes, you know? Hello. See, I'm helping them take it easy, you know? It's important to have a nice, good rest. I'm gonna try to dual punch these two. Ah. Not quite. Oh. Let's save the game to try to make it, I mean, yes, they're friendly, but old habits die hard, and you gotta let... I mean, if I'm gonna help my enemies with their sleeping problems and their anxiety, I mean, surely I should help my friends too, right? That's just what a good person does. Artists Against Violence announce concert for peace. Anti-augmentation riots erupt worldwide. Tonight, across North America, Europe, Africa, and the Middle East, protesters are turning up in the tens of thousands to voice their opposition to unregulated human augmentation research by biotech corporations. Many have begun burning cars and looting businesses to get their point across. The violence erupted after satellite footage surfaced showing unidentified scientists performing torturous vivisection-like experiments on teams of so-called augmented super soldiers. Images of the procedures have garnered near-universal condemnation from the international community. In Detroit, huge crowds have gathered in front of Sarif Industries, swelling the protesters' numbers that are those who had attended anti-augmentation crusader Bill Taggart's speech at the Mullins Convention Center. Heavily armed police units have been brought in to restore order. Alright. I wonder why I can't turn the radios off. Like, I enjoy the radios. They're really good music, but it's interesting that I can't turn them off. Sony's getting into consoles with CD-ROMs was a shake things up step in the 90s with Nintendo and Sega landscape. The mix-up jump in an Halo C sold me an X. Yeah. Don't know if it's irrelevant anymore, but back then I definitely was pulled by the killer app launch titles. I mean, it can be relevant. Like, I mean, I feel like a lot of most people still make their console choices based on what games the consoles have. Maybe not what one game they have, but what games they have. They still do the exclusives thing, so Sure. Guess the closest thing recently is Half-Life Alyx. Almost sold on VR, but too expensive. Yeah, VR is too expensive for me as well. Like, I actually do have like a Samsung Gear whatever somewhere in there. I bought it from a flea market at I think like €8 or something. I just don't have the phone. So like, I had to grab it for the tech coolness, but I don't have a phone for it. But it's still like, it's, you know, it's a step, right? I don't know. And yes, Samsung Gear VR for basically nothing is a pretty weird find, but I'd actually almost forgotten I have it, but yeah. Here we are. Okie dokie.
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen. You have new messages.
Apparently, that's not all I have. Make yourself at home, boss.
It's a fucking mess out there, Adam. You seen the news? Picus is telling everyone we're breeding super soldiers. Taggart's at the convention center right now, urging the UN to investigate.
Is it true?
Of course not.
Except for the Typhoon, right? And a few of those defense contracts.
What?
Oh, and let's not forget the fact that Megan's team was kidnapped right before her research went public. How do you explain that one, boss?
I wanted people to see that research. Megan was on the brink of something historic. Something that would have catapulted this company to the top of the Fortune 500. Her kidnappers knew it. They knew exactly where her research would take us. And they refused to let anyone else have that much power.
Anyone else? Eliza was right. You do know more than you've told me.
I suspected. But these people? They're like ghosts. Always in the shadows. Always hiding behind lies and proxies.
Who are they?
Well, a name won't mean much. They'll use whatever one suits their interests. Sometimes it's the Masons. Sometimes the Bilderberg Group. They've had a finger in every corporation, organization, or government initiative that's defined modern society.
You're talking about... the Illuminati?
It's no joke. They're organized and they operate over and above society.
You're serious? So why would the Illuminati kidnap Megan's team?
I already told you. Megan found a way to make augmentation safer for all of us, so we can all become like you.
Like me?
Like... you are. More than human. We've got to get him back, Adam.
You said Taggart is speaking at the convention center right now?
Bitch even sent me an invite.
His aide, Sandoval, is neck deep in this.
I don't know where Sandoval is, but Taggart will. Adam, you've got to handle this delicately. We don't know Taggart is involved, and we can't afford another punch in the face.
Punch in the face! Yes, we can
Trust you
always
with this
afford
one.
one from me. A very, very nice choice of words. Lovely. Alright. Let's see, what do we got? Mr. Jensen, reminder, mirror... nothing's new, apparently, okay. Well, I mean, I guess it's... hi. I guess it makes sense that there's nothing new, because why would anyone be at my place apart from my boss, I suppose, but... Okie dokie. I do wonder, though, considering that you don't get recharged more than 2 battery cells, I feel like there might... there might be too little in the way of recharge items then, because there's not that many. Hmm.
I want the world to know that we at Taiyong Medical have
Taiyong
not and never
Medical.
will condone these experiments. This company
Mm-hmm.
prides itself on maintaining a safe environment and an ethical approach to research at all times.
Yes,
We
yes,
invite
yes.
critics and members of the UN to tour our facilities firsthand. They will find nothing but order, progress,
Neuronex.
and moral responsibility.
Paracetamol. Interesting. There is such a thing as painkillers in the game, but apparently paracetamol doesn't count.
Took to the streets in several cities
Interesting.
after viewing controversial satellite footage uncovered by Picus.
Sure.
Detroit, Toronto, Mumbai, and Rio de Janeiro all report violent clashes taking place.
Just wondering if there's anything I should.
well-known biotechnology firms
Is there anything I can pick up, or
Isolate,
it
and
doesn't look
Seraph
like it?
Industries. The footage
Nah.
sparking the riots appears to show scientists performing crude,
Alright.
torture-like experiments on teams of augmented.
Cool. Bye. That's basically the news I just already saw, or read rather.
Establishing security system. See you soon, Mr. Jensen.
Sure. A glitch.
Toronto, Mumbai, and Rio de Janeiro all report violent clashes taking place
Alright.
outside the doors of such well-known biotechnology firms as Kusanagi, Isolate, and Seraph
Do the civilians get bothered if I hack into that computer? I don't remember.
Industries. The footage sparking the riots appears to show scientists performing crude, torture-like experiments on teams of augmented super soldiers. Just minutes ago, Zhao Yunru, CEO of the Taiyong Medical Corporation, commented on the images.
I want
Nice
the
and
world
easy.
to know
Access
that
granted.
we at Taiyong Medical have not and never will condone these experiments. This
Alright.
company prides itself
Taiyong
on
Medical.
maintaining
When you're
a
infiltrating the
safe
control
environment
structure on the company,
and an
the
ethical
Shinra looking
approach
bit,
to
something that
research
tickled me is
at
the
all
control screens on the
times.
power reactor and
We
networking
invite
sections were all just
critics
screenshots
and
of
members
audio
the
software.
UN to
Alright,
tour
okay.
our facilities firsthand. They will find
Yes. I already forgot what that looked like, but that's an interesting factoid for sure. Oh, they do!
Go away!
All I did was hack into a computer, come on!
Please, no!
I mean, they gained a lot of courage all of a sudden, though. I don't trust to leave the people afraid and conscious. Like, I'm so worried that at some point they're gonna do an alarm or something, you know? Sorry? I swear that's not a... you know... Hi. Welcome home, Adam, right? Okay, I think they should be basically fine to be left there as well, but I could maybe just drag them around a... corner? Did I hear someone? They look appropriate for controlling a bunch of parameters. But it was hilarious to see NI spectral delay, proper health reason, and other such being on the screens. I don't know if it was an Easter egg, but the staff were making some sick no idea, yeah.
Every single day, $1 billion in the stock market. Why can't tomorrow's lucky millionaire be you? Godwin Trust can help.
Oh,
Run for
that's
tomorrow.
an
Visit our
audio
website today.
ad thing. I never realized. That audio doesn't travel for more than like 2 feet. It's so that's weird.
Why can't tomorrow's lucky millionaire be you?
Huh. Wow, that's odd. I feel like that's a very strange, like, an environment audio design choice to have that audio not carry further than if you're like if you're not literally standing under the thing, you can't hear it. Like here it's quiet,
$1 million in the
and here it.
market. Why can't tomorrow's lucky millionaire be you?
Huh. Alright. Okay. I just need to open up the achievement guide again, because there's that one quest thing I haven't done, which is very specific in what it needs to have it done. So give me a quick second. Peculiar, yeah. Side mission is available during the spoke with Frank Richards before meeting Sarah after your soul. Won the dialogue. Wizards actually made to specify a yes boss condition. Read the emails on Engine's PC about background investigation and convincing Sarah to come clean about this after the war of the words. Only having met all these missions be copied. Not aware of the playthrough mission. So much text. When I was ready to go to Hangshaw the second time on a single playthrough, I realized that I never got the service. I realized I had an advanced game bus. Make sure you do these prerequisites before you leave the show. Don't leave another time. Several people have pointed out this must not screw up the pacifism. We're actually solving the found the name of a detective near the back door. Marked on the map. Come to a room. A gun killer. He'll kill and give us the body because so much text. You'll then further just against the wall. Talk to him and you will fill you, but won't give you to the first state. But marking the first talk of it, then it will tell you the gloomy because zero okay. Right. Man. That one very specific quest achievement is extremely involved. I actually don't... I hope I followed it correctly, because that's so involved I might have still messed it up. I don't know. Alright. Hi. A hobo and a punk went into a bar. Ooh, beer! Lovely. Random beer from the street really starts your day up just right. Sound choppy. I appreciate when games have really cool audio engines, but actually mimicking acoustic behavior, especially in 3D space, has not been done. Yeah, it sounds very, very complex and weird. Some of the from the top of my head, I think some of the more impressive audio design I've encountered is Metro Exodus. Like, when you shoot the guns in the different environments, it genuinely sounds amazing and different. Like, the echo indoors is so awesome, and the sound outdoors is equally awesome, but very different. I was really taken aback how well those, like, gunshots sounded in different environments in that game.
Move, and you'll give me a nice excuse to mess you up.
The city's in flames and your whack-ass coppers are arresting taggers? No wonder the city's all fucked up.
Just because there's a riot doesn't mean it's suddenly legal to start spraying your gang signs all over the city. Damn eyesore if you ask me.
Shouldn't you be guarding the morgue? I heard it's nice, easy access over the precinct.
Keep pushing me, punk. You'll see what happens.
Some really good compromises, though. GTA 5 and Battlefield, probably the best tech examples of that.
And no one will get hurt.
Sounds about reasonable, yeah.
Resisting arrest is a serious charge. What are you doing out here anyway? Stay quiet until the wagon gets here. Stay calm. No one will get hurt.
I'm not sure if the map is any different from where I left it, you know? I'm just trying to quickly make sure and see if there's anything to pick up, or... Right. Haha. Hello. Okay, I think some punks will drop guns if I punch them down, but... I don't know. GTA 5 and Battlefield did the same, but there were just more layers. Sure. Metro did a really good job. They were using bank of different convolution, reverse, same sample acoustic spaces to filter. Oh, yeah. I played GTA 5 an age and a million years ago, so I just don't remember the audio design of that one. And I was so annoyed by the story of GTA 5, I really didn't focus too much on the technical aspects of it. It's obviously a technically very good game. I should probably give it another chance. I might even stream GTA 5 story one day. It's a little long, but I may consider it though, since I haven't actually played the current gen version of it, or whatever is the version that I can install on this thing these days. But it might have been the Xbox One gen thing. But yeah, I played the Xbox 360 version of GTA 5 way back when. So I haven't played the Xbox One version, but I do have it, so... It's because I am vaguely interested in playing GTA 5, and GTA 5, as far as I understand, is fairly reasonably, like a not terrible idea to stream in the sense that it has a community. We might get a lot more trolls from that, but it still has a lot of community, you know? It's you win some, you lose some, but yeah. Whereas I think this game has... it has some community, yes, but probably not as active as I hoped. I mean, I think I have had, a couple of people come in just because I'm playing Deus Ex, but, still. And, I mean, new people. But it does kind of feel like, many and most games kind of are more or less dead on Twitch, so it's just good to play what you like playing if you're a small streamer, I feel. Or if you want to focus on the stuff that actually gives community, it's just play all the time Skyrim, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, GTA 5, Red Dead 2. That's kind of it. And maybe a card game or two. Enigmagic is not terrible. Or Gwent. Beer! Woo! Alright. Where exactly was the... The gun salesman was there, I think. I should probably go into the limb clinic as well to see if I can buy anything sensible from there. Okay, so hard left, go to the metro station, and then move on from there. Okay. So here. Battlefield kind of went a step further with its HDR audio, but because that's kind of into programming that actually gets into psychoacoustic filtering that looks at trying to model the behavior of human hearing. Okay. That's on a technical level where I really don't have much to add to the conversation, but it does sound interesting. GTA 5 on Twitch has kind of moved on from the single player into the mod. Oh, I don't doubt that. That's not the point, though. What I'm trying to say is that I'm pretty sure, unless I'm mistaken, GTA 5 multiplayer is under the same category, right? So, in terms of people finding games through their category, GTA 5 single player is in the same thing. Therefore, it quote-unquote has a community. I know like 99% of the gaming is on the multiplayer thing, and people go, and that's why the community is alive. But what I'm saying is that category has life in it, and you can find like people may find your stream that way. That's what I'm trying to say. I think it's the same category. That's what I mean. And by the time they've entered the chat, then they see if it's single or multiplayer, but they still have entered the chat. Like that's like gone over the threshold. That's what I'm saying. They might then leave, but at least it's a game where people may come in and see like what's what. Where in most games that doesn't happen.
Sorry, but we've diverted all the trams. There are no more coming to this station. What am I supposed to do? Best thing to do is get outside the downtown area and catch a tram there.
But it's dangerous out there. The rioters are breaking windows and looting.
Can you at least tell us what lines are operating so we know what station to go to?
I'll try to find out for you.
Yeah, I think it's all. Yeah, it makes sense to be all under the same category, especially because Twitch is actually kind of bad at having multiple categories. Like, it's so bad that at least recently, Resident Evil 2 had one category for the OG 90s game and the remake from a couple of years ago. It's that bad in many games, so. And also Magic the Gathering. There's one category for the physical card game and the Magic the Gathering arena. That is just weird, but that is also true. It's odd. It doesn't make any sense. Loud outside. Ah. Hello. Don't mind me. And the gun seller is just allowed to operate. It's fine. Like, they have robot bots and everything, but the gun seller just like, yeah, I'm just operating here. It's fine. No one bothers him. It's. Interesting enough.
What'll it be?
Okay, let's sell. Let's sell the shotgun stuff because I no longer probably use that. I don't think I'll go back to using that. Sell the beer. These two I will keep on to for now. They're my one way of destroying robots. Alright, good. What is he buying? Selling, rather. 4 of those. Another Peps gun. Sure. Concussion grenades. I don't really need much of these, however. I may have a use for a bunch of these. Okay, hold on. What exactly, so, laser targeting is for... I'd love to know which guns all of these work in, though. I might have to, like, grab them all and just see what they... Hold on.
Always a pleasure.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Give us a minute. Let's drop, like, something that, Okay, cool.
What'll it be?
So... I probably won't be... Right. I probably won't be able to use
Always
these
a
all,
pleasure.
but just so that I... okay, so... Target leading system, no. Ammo capacity, that goes into the heavy rifle. I'll have to reload the whole thing later, but... Okay. I could improve my super pistol. I almost kind of want to have the best possible pistol, so I'll keep putting it there if I have the chance, I feel. Damage upgrade, heavy rifle and the pistol. Actually, before I do that... There's a lot of room for it, actually, in the big gun. Some in the pistol as well. Okay, so... And the laser targeting probably won't work. Oh! What on earth does a laser targeting system do in a heavy rifle? What the hell? What does this... Like, what sort of sense does this make? Like, it's a huge-ass, like... brrrr gun that has a laser targeting system. What the fuck? Pretty odd that the voices around indicate there are huge crowds, but the streets are... Yeah, it's... The game is kind of, like, the game had some technical limitations when it came out, so they couldn't just have, like, hundreds of people in the streets. It just wouldn't handle it too well. Alright, so everything except for the, Okay, I think the cooling system probably won't work either, but...
Be sure to tell all your friends.
Just not the cops, who are standing, every one of them who's standing outside and your door is open and you're just standing there with a shotgun. Like, my guy, you're a weird boy. Shotgun burst thing. Oh, right, yeah, it does make a decent shotgun then, doesn't it? I'd still rather choose the big heavy rifle than the shotgun, though. Food for thought, I think, still. Yeah, cooling system no longer an option. Target leading system, no. Exploding rounds, also no. For what is exploding rounds for? Revolver, okay.
What'll it be?
So... Armor piercing. He frowns a lot when he stops talking, actually. That's odd. Yeah, that's a pistol thing. But I believe... Apparently I already have that in there? Because it won't let me combine it. Apparently. Okay, so let's see if I can remember this. So I cannot use armor piercing system, target leading, cooling, exploding rounds, and burst. That's a lot of things to remember, though. Okay. So load the save and then buy the stuff I can use. Alright, so again, drop the extra ammo. Or I mean, I could just drop the tranq rifle and stun gun, because I can't do it, put anything in those either. Okay.
What'll it be?
I'm wondering, though, about the burst round thing, but how would I... I still probably need to make the choice between the big rifle and the shotgun, because the ammo for the big rifle is so... They take so much time. So much space. Blah. Brain. Okay. Laser targeting, damage, reload, ammo capacity. No, 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 no. Okay. I think that's... Yeah. That should be all.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, damage upgrade. I'm gonna make the perfect pistol. It's my life's mission. Reload speed. Perfect pistol. Ammo capacity. Heavy rifle. And laser targeting system heavy rifle. Now the ammo capacity is as big as it can be. Lovely. Okay. So now... It takes 200, probably. There we are. So 81 bullets, 200 bullets, stun gun. And... Did the game just, like, throw my rifle through the floor? Really? I think it did. My tranq rifle fell through the floor. I need to reload again. Lovely. Thanks, game. Cool. Good for you. You hate to see it, but it can happen. It dropped my rifle through the floor. Never to be seen again. You gonna behave? And this time, yeah, so that sort of a collision glitch dropped my rifle through the floor when I wasn't looking. Man, that is bad. That is proper bad. Jesus. Wow.
It's a pleasure, friend.
Alright, third time's the charm, apparently. Oh, boy. Jesus.
Be sure to tell all your friends.
Okay. And I put the upgrades in the wrong place this time around. Today just isn't my day, huh?
How may I...
Oh, boy.
Be sure to...
Alright. Alright, damage upgrade, pistol, reload speed, pistol, ammo capacity, there. That is more like it. we can save again, and let's look at, like, do I have a sensible potential choice in going for a burst shotgun instead? I don't think so, though. It doesn't seem like a good idea, you know? This should be enough to stop everything. I also need some space to add some 10mm bullets at some point anyway. Yeah, but I should probably buy the auto unlock devices. Because I've gotten all this money, I might as well use it on something that might end up being useful. There can be a point where I need to quickly unlock something. So that's probably a good idea. Okay. So...
Jensen, Sarif had me hack the convention center security logs for you. Sandoval signed out. He isn't there.
Taggart will know where he went.
You really think he'll tell you in the middle of a riot? In front of all the media?
Sure.
He will if I ask real nice.
Well, if that doesn't work, he also has a dressing room backstage. Seems to me a man like Taggart must keep close track of his employees. Speaking of which, I also backtraced that breach in our own firewall. The one Sarif opened but forgot to tell us about.
The one he was using right before he hired me. Right.
Yeah.
Looks like our boss was being chatty with a private detective named Brent Radford. He lives on Earl's Court. In case you want to get chatty with him too.
Lovely. Side mission. That's where we go, because that is the one I was kind of waiting to get. Okay, side mission is where? A very, very specific tiny spot is where that is. Okay, so I want to go basically downtown apartments, I think. Right. Okay, so through the back of the thing here and... Sure, cool. Let's go.
You okay, sweetheart?
A little shaken up, but I'm just glad we got off the streets.
I almost shit myself when that group of cops came blazing around the corner.
We were seconds from getting trapped.
Let's see.
Training exercises for augmented soldiers? How did they think this was gonna go over with the public?
I haven't seen the footage, so I'm not gonna make any assumptions.
Well, I have, and it's exactly what people are saying it is.
How do
Cool.
we wait for them to save you? Learn to beat
Screamy, screamy, screamy. Lovely. So here... Yeah, okay, let's go.
Hold the way we think.
Nice and easy.
Your ears and you listen. You can no longer tell the difference between the truth and their lies.
Here. You can no longer tell the difference between truth and their lies is a very timely statement, I find. At least in the America. Well, I mean, well, I suppose I can tell the difference, but many in there cannot, I hear. Alrighty. You know, without getting too much into politics, but you know how it goes. Also, hello. Yeah, this is the side quest I finished earlier, though, so it isn't a big deal, but... Yeah, still. Interesting that this, I just didn't have the wall destroying augmentation back then. That's the problem. Well, there's a shotgun if I really want. Okay, so I don't think there's sensible. Like if I dropped 2 heavy rifle ammo slots completely, then I would have enough for a shotgun and 1 extra set of bullets, I think. And I'd have a total of 400 heavy rifle bullets. I don't know. I'm not sure. I did get rid of the Peps gun already, so that's also no longer a thing. I could probably, like, get rid of the energy packs if I wanted to, but I could also buy a separate Peps gun instead. But... I never even tried what the Peps gun does. So instead of that, I should probably just get that if I make room. Probably. Yeah, it's because I'm doing a non-lethal playthrough anyway. That's probably the more sensible option. Alright. Hello. Aha! Just standing and sitting quietly there with all of the blood. Very interesting. A bodyguard for whom? Hello. I'll do a quick save here again. Hi.
Jensen? Oh, Christ.
No, just Jensen. I'm not Christ yet.
Flesh. For now.
How do you know my name? What happened here?
Answers for favors. There's a trauma kit I keep somewhere around here. Find it.
You need a doctor. I'll get help.
No time. They could be back any minute. Find the kit quickly. If you want answers.
Alright.
I'll be back.
Let's check for the kit. I could do the pheromone thing, but I think the trauma kit is the way to get the thing I'm looking for. Haha! Plus that gives XP.
Did you find the kit? Oh, sweet Jesus. The pain. Morphine.
This should help with the pain. Now tell me what's going on.
Those sons of bitches. I should have seen it coming. I knew from the moment Sarif got spooked that this case would come back and bite me in the ass.
Sarif. So you're the investigator he hired to run a background check on me?
Detective. Or I was, until... Christ, fuck it. It hurts enough just trying to breathe.
I don't think Christ fucks
the goons
too much.
that did this to me,
I think it's the whole thing with him.
I think your boss pissed off the wrong people, trying to dig up your dirt.
What people? What did you find?
No time to go into details. My storage unit, the sons of bitches, they're headed there now. Sarif had me uncover a ton of shit on you. Stuff even you don't know. Your parents, your real parents. The tests, the fire. What are you, Jensen? Some kind of freak?
Focus, Radford.
I mothballed the case in storage. It's in an alley. Behind the bank. Your files are there. But Michelle knows. Michelle knows more. You need to stop. You need to stop them.
Okay.
Fuck. You robot. This is all your fault. Give me another shot. Morphine. Or go fuck yourself.
F-bombs, my guy.
Focus, Redford.
Ah, that hit the spot. I think I could get used to this stuff. Hey, I'm feeling a little more talkative. Already. Robot.
Beep boop.
Redford, I know you're in a lot of pain, but it's important you give me as many details as you can.
There's a storage unit in the alley, next to the bank, near the police department. That's where the suits are headed. I tried. Didn't give them anything. There's a safe. It has what you want. It'll get you to her. It'll lead you to her. To Michelle. The safe. They don't have the right combination. 4062. Remember.
All right.
Is there anything you can give me to help?
Take whatever you want. From here or the storage unit. There's a weapons cache. And some money. There.
Mm-hmm.
Why did Seraph stop the investigation? You said he was spooked. What spooked him?
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. Hell, even I don't. I still don't believe it. You believe in ghosts, Jensen?
Only in
Seraph was
Phasmophobia.
spooked by ghosts.
Close enough. Illuminati. Conspiracies, theories, it's all bullshit. But you stink of it, Jensen. Enough to have your boss, one of the most powerful men in the world, look away. You're a ghost. A fucking tragedy. Everything you touch, everything that touches you, dies.
Not true. I punch people and then they live. Very different.
You mentioned someone named Michelle. Who's Michelle?
Your guardian angel.
Who is she?
Tell me, do robots even believe in angels? Or did they take that out of you? Did they take that away? You know, your soul, when they built you? Tell me, what was it like when you died, Jensen?
I know you're in a lot of pain, and the morphine is...
Just find her before they do. You owe her that much.
Okay.
Who did this to you?
Guys in suits. One of them, David or Daniel, something like that, British accent. He was in charge. Talked about a Mr. Gray. They were in a hurry. 4 of them. Not counting the one they left behind. Well-armed, disciplined. I didn't stand a chance. Maybe that metal corpse you call a body will do better than mine did.
My
What
guy.
were they looking for?
You
Insults,
robot.
come on.
They wanted my information on you. Someone powerful has their eyes on you and is very interested in your past.
Okay. Like he is very deep into the ad hominems. Like, I'm giving you morphine and being all friendly and cozy, and she's like, fuck, you're a robot, and in your metal body you have a body robot piece of robot. Come on. Really?
I'm leaving, but I'll call in an ambulance. You'll be okay.
No. Those fucking animals. I can't move anything. I was turning around, pulling my gun when the first bullet hit me. The second one, they fucking paralyzed me.
I'm sure it's not as bad as you think. It might be a reaction to the morphine.
I know what morphine does. I also know what a 9mm round fired at less than 10 meters does to the thoracic vertebrae on impact.
You need a doctor. They can fix that.
I ain't turning into no freak. Even if I could afford the surgery, the augments, I'd rather die than be half a machine. And I sure as hell ain't gonna live the rest of my life in a wheelchair, shitting in a goddamn diaper.
Radford.
Listen, I know there's still a few more morphine shots. Another 2 should do the trick. Please, this is as close as I'm gonna get to begging you. Don't leave me like this. You owe me that much.
Okay. Why does he hate augmentation?
Why do you hate augmentation so much?
Because it ain't right. You can't go changing the way things are. You can't replace the real thing with an imitation. It ain't right. It ain't natural.
Are you familiar with, like, eyeglasses?
You lose more than what gets left behind on the chopping block. You should know this by now.
It really doesn't add up, my dude. Like, that argument is deeply, deeply stupid. Like, people have improved their bodies where they can whenever it's been possible. Like, when eyeglasses were invented, people would get, like, decades more working life when they could read and write with, like, poor vision in history and so on and so on. Like, that's basically, like, augmentations are in kind of the continuation of that sort of a thing in, like, a very, like, an exponential way. Is it weird or like new? Sure. And would it be kind of a strange thing to, like, for example, replace a heart if it isn't absolutely necessary? Sure, it can sound weird, like, or it can be an odd thing, and but that's probably not what we're talking about. I think apart from Adam, I think they're still not being done unless they're like, I think we're basically at the point of them being done just for improvement's sake and not for, like, just need. But I think that's a really dumb argument. It ain't natural, it's very religious, and that just feels stupid. Like, it's the opposite of rationalizing an argument. It just doesn't sound right. But for the sake of an achievement, I don't want to mess this up, so.
I understand. But technology, it's different now. It can help you. You could still live a normal life.
A normal life? What would you know about a normal life? Did technology really help you, Jensen?
Yes.
I think it made you a monster.
Rawr.
Sarif didn't give you your life back. He just made you better at taking it away from others.
I've killed no one. No one, my guy. Well, maybe the Merc lady. Her I killed in self-defense, yes. But that's the one thing.
I don't think you really want to die, Radford. I think you're just scared. I was scared too. I didn't ask for any of this, just like you didn't ask for a bullet in the gut. But you can't blame me, or Sarif, or technology for what's happening here.
I wouldn't be in this mess if it wasn't for you and your damn past. I never should have taken the job, but I needed the work, the money. Even if I wanted to, I can't afford the fucking augmentation surgery. And I can't live like a cripple for the rest of my life.
Living through adversity is what makes us human. It's not flesh and blood or even bone that defines us. I might be more machine than flesh, but I'm still alive. I'm still human.
You got heart for a robot, I'll give you that. Tell you what, I'll play along with this little after-school special you got going on here.
Ah, actually, I basically messed it up right there. Fuck. Give me a minute. Just a minute. It's a very specific
Jensen,
thing.
How do you know?
Hold on.
I...
Alright. Back here. Grab the thing. Here. Do a secondary, like another extra save. It's a very, very specific thing you have to do. So give me a second.
Did you find...
This should...
Those...
Sarah.
Detective.
What people?
I put...
And here you go. And here.
You close.
You tell. I know. Just. Well.
All right.
I'm leaving.
No.
I'm sure.
I know.
You need. Radford.
Listen.
Is
there's a
lad?
Just fuck.
All right. Apply lethal morphine, Joes. Let's go.
It'll be quick.
I know. You did a good thing. Here.
The ones that did this. I'll find them.
Look at you. An iron giant. With the heart of gold. But don't do it for me. Do it for her. For Michelle. You owe her your life.
Does morphine make you stutter? There we are! Kevorkian Complex. That might be the one achievement I had left that I can actually get in this one. We'll see, because I might have messed up the other ones already. But still, achievement. Like, especially that is very, very tricky and specific to get. Like, it's so hard. Alright, cool. And now we load once more, and actually do the good person thing this time around, because I don't want him dead. I want him... I don't think that's gonna mess up the pacifist achievement, but I think it's messed up already, because one of the people I punched died later of natural causes, and I think that messed up the achievement anyway, but yeah. Really quickly, let's just press our way through this thing again. Apply morphine, detail, reward, pass.
Take.
Okay, return, about, Seraph, and Michelle.
Who?
Just in case that
Just
it's stuff that's gonna be added to my journal or whatever. So
I'm leaving.
No.
I'm sure.
Okay.
I know what
and also
you need.
the point of
Listen.
making him live is just like he says that he's not gonna live in a wheelchair and he's not gonna this and augments and robots. That's the kind of decision you shouldn't make on the spot when it has just happened. You can live with pretty interestingly, like, quote unquote terrible stuff and have a meaningful and even happy life afterward. It can absolutely happen. In wheelchairs, in like that does not define a person. At least not, especially not their happiness. Long term, nah. So that's just he has a dumb decision going on there.
I
know.
And then we convince.
I don't think you really.
I wouldn't.
Living through adversity.
You got hard.
And
glad to hear it.
Here.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jensen, I don't know how bad you think your wounds were, but your boss, your friend Sarif, they butchered you. Went too far with the operation. You were an experiment, a test. But he's the one that made you a weapon. Almost makes me feel bad for you. Almost.
There we are.
Son of a bitch.
There we go. Got an achievement, and we also saved his life in the process after a bit of a save load thing. It's all in a day's work.
That hurts.
Lovely. Great. Cool. It's kind of a thing to, like, do I pick up stuff to go sell them? Do I not? And, but yeah, I think probably it isn't sensible to, like, yeah, the weapon choice I should probably make is go buy another Pep's gun from the weapon store. Maybe drop the 56 cartridge amount of bullets and then just work with that. Because then I'll still have 200 of heavy rifle ammo. That has to be enough. Has to be enough. Like, even if I don't switch to the plasma gun later, because I've committed so many upgrades to the heavy rifle thing, but yeah. Or maybe I'll then ditch the Pep's gun for the plasma gun when I get that, but yeah. That might be the way to go. Alrighty. And that's like the full-on... Yeah, Radford storage unit. Where is that, actually? I can probably just see it when I go out first. Oh! Hello! It's a hackable thing and everything. I wonder if this was there in the previous, roaming of this area, or if I just missed this door. Wow. Okay. A lot of stuff to pick up.
Access.
Damn, that's really close. Almost got it, too. We're gonna do it. We're gonna manage. Yep.
Access granted.
0.00 seconds left. Wow. Exactly 0.00 seconds left and it's counted. Wow. This is gonna be a little weird, but I don't trust it. It didn't get an alert going, I suppose. Hopefully, and it didn't fail, but I worry that is just weird enough to count as a detection, you know? I don't want to risk it. I'd rather just, this is much more, yeah, this is, there we go.
Access granted.
Still, that was, whoa. Jesus, that was, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Man. I suppose living on the edge, yes. Absolutely on the very, very... I didn't know that's possible. I wonder if anyone's ever had that happen. And I have video proof it happened. For some reason, I have this feeling that might be the first time that's happened to any player ever. It really might be. I don't know. Wow. Punctuality on point. Exactly, yes. Okay, let's save the game before we go with this computer. That is a map of stuff for sure. Jesus. Okay, what do we do with this? Okay, I can't go to the red. Okay, this hacking map tells me that this room was not accessible before. Because this hacking map could not have been a thing in the first time I was in Detroit. Because this is the most complex one I've ever seen. And things like this weren't, I think, there yet. Okay, so storage of 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. Damn, that is a lot. Alright. So that's a 0. I think we do the 2 spams next, just to make the alert thing worse. Yeah, I don't like it. That went really badly. It's really hard to follow where to go with that, too. Okay. Man, the UI is really bad for doing that, a map that big very quickly. There's just no way to move around in it. You just overshoot everything. It's pretty terrible. Yeah, this is... It's an interesting design for sure, but... It just exemplifies the fact that it shouldn't be based around luck, because when you get noticed means everything, whether or not the game allows you to succeed in this. Without using, like, all the consumables. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Again, just overshoot everything, because all of a sudden the game just screws you off all of the abilities to actually do anything with this.
Access granted.
There. defconalert.org. Miss Vale. Questions. Vale. Laura, stupid emails, watch list. Alright, so this is basically the computer of some sort of a conspiracy, not. Alright. That may or may not be using at least 2 different names. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. I haven't found an XP giving blue ebook for like 20 hours. It's interesting. I thought that like I think there's at least like 23 or something of them. But the previous one I've found is like ages and ages ago. Miss Vale. I don't remember in what movie or game Vicky Vale was, but it wasn't Deus Ex though. Isn't Vicky Vale like... Oh boy. What is it from? For some reason my mind goes into comics, but I'm not sure. Oh. Anyway though, I do probably need to call this episode basically here though. Also, who are these? Is that a gun seller or a bad boy? It looks like a gun seller.
You want to buy or sell something? It's all on the computer. What do you want?
I'm a friend of Greg Thorpe.
Really? Okay, I give you the egghead discount.
Double barrel shotgun. Oh. Didn't even know that was a thing. I used to have the augmented edition that had like a weird shotgun-y thing, but like a sawed-off or whatever, but still. Rate of fire, heat targeting, target leading, target seeking. Okay, I don't think any of those things fit into what I have, but I might as well check. Or at least not like heat seeking and whatever, but just to be safe, right? Alright, so there's my guns.
This is what...
I'm a friend.
Really?
Okay. And... yeah, I mean, like, rate of fire, sure. Yeah, but,
See ya.
okay. Rate of fire... Heavy rifle, to make it even faster. Sure, that's a decent idea. The other one's surely not. Surely. Oh, it's for combat rifles and machine pistols that curve them into the target. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, rocket launcher and crossbow and tranq rifle, but I have it in my tranq rifle already though. Okay, cool. So basically, I can buy the one with the fire rate. So that
What you want?
that thing. And then I
Really?
have to call the episode though because it's already kind of overlong.
Done.
Yep. So here and rate of fire, combine heavy rifle. This heavy rifle is becoming very, very badass though. Lovely. Alright. Good. So, you don't mind if I check here? Surely? Yes? They actually might mind. Alright. Okay, but we'll do this bit in the next video because I gotta call the episode here. But if you're watching this on YouTube, punch that like button like you're Adam Jensen with his fist of sleep help solutions. Yes, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.